Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Altcoin Buzz Trading, the channel that is willing to bore you to death so I don't lose your money. So that's the situation we're in. The market's in a correction. We talked about this yesterday. Check out yesterday's video for that information. But there's not much to do today. Yesterday we did put in a few hammer-ish candles. They weren't true hammer candles. This also doesn't look in the charts like it's the right place for a hammer candle to fully form to get you an amazing return. Market's been languishing. We're under recent support for a tremendous amount of tokens, and so we're not in the right place. We're not down far enough to form bottoms, and we're not high enough, and we don't have enough support for breakouts. So it's really difficult right now. The only trade I could see in the market is maybe some short-term bearish trade. So with BTC, we kind of have a rising channel situation. We give up that wick a little bit to the close. We have a bit of a rising channel situation going on. If this breaks, it could lead to another move lower. You could take a measured move out of this, but these are all small ball trades. I don't even like these trades, but you guys can do them if you want to. So let's just say this breaks in the next 2-hour candle. I'm not saying it's going to, just as an example trade. 8% is actually not too bad. So that's 8% maybe for a, and you have to go to the high of this recent candle, about a 1.25%, 1.5% stop loss. Really not too bad, but the expectancy of this actually working in reality to me is a little bit light. Now, we do have the downtrend coming in, so we had this big volume. We have a nice consolidation here for 4 or 5 days, another leg lower, smaller consolidation for 3 days, a leg lower on a little bit higher volume. Now we're consolidating again. So if you are expecting us to drop, we do have a topping candle right there. So you could use this as some kind of an entry point because there is some additional resistance. I'm getting into really small time frame trading here. There is some resistance here you see that was building on the 2-hour. And this is kind of how, in my opinion, this is how I would trade these things, is that you want to look when you're in these, especially short choppy downtrends. So far, this isn't a massive downtrend. We haven't had a sequence of large down days, huge volumes. We haven't had that. We had some big, this is not, small volume, don't get it wrong, but this hasn't been consistent. Hasn't been that consistent yet. But this is the current trend, is choppy down. So if you want to trade choppy down, I guess this is how you would do it. You'd wait for a trend line break here after a topping candle, and your stop would go above that candle, especially hitting recent resistance. So there's a potential 8% trade on the table for us here. Let me draw that again. I think I got rid of it. So not the biggest trade, but it's not a horrible one. Is it one that I would do every day? No, but there's definitely been worse trades in the market. So if you're itching for something to do, the trend is lower, so you want to be trading with the trend. If you're trading for things to go higher, there's really nothing to do at the moment, okay? Pretty much across the market. So there's that trade. You would enter on this trend line exit whenever it exits. Now, if this trend line holds up and this exit gets taken out to the upside, that's a dead trade. You have to find a new setup, okay? There's really not much else to look at. We did have a couple of interesting bottoming candles. So Ethereum yesterday with one right here, but once again, rising in low volume. You don't want to be grasping on every individual straw for a long. It's not healthy. In my opinion, the best long trade should pull you into them. The market should be screaming for you to buy it. You shouldn't be begging to buy it. If you're begging to buy the market, it's not going to work out. It has to pull you in. This is not pulling me in. This is low and slow. See, my volume aggregation tool shows the sellers in orange here firmly in control over the buyers in green. And so that's pretty much the story across the market. Solana, similar situation, sellers in control. So here's a lower volume rally on Solana. So decent bottoming candle yesterday, but volume aggregation tool on a lower time frame negating that daily signal. So just not much to do here, guys. I'd want you to be safe, more safe than sorry, and that's pretty much where we're at. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow on Altcoin Buzz Trading.